We've made progress in firming up plans, the hiring of certain people to help us, and we are coming right along on that now. I suspect that we'll be ready to operate in a normal manner, perhaps not full blast as it were, but in a normal manner within the foreseeable future, probably within a month or so.
Now, what problems have you encountered in the time that you've been here now in putting this into force?
Well, really not very many problems.
I suppose the number 50 is not really significant as a number, that is, in terms of quantity of students brought in. I think, however, that what the university has undertaken in this recruitment program is significant, and that something has been begun that will, in the years to come, be very important to this university and to this community and to black people and to representatives of other minority groups. Well, it's true that we did speak of the number 200. I think we ought to understand that from the beginning, this was largely a symbolical figure. To the black students, in presenting their requests or demands of us, it represented a significant black presence on campus. 200 was a figure that indicated significant presence. To the administration of the university, it meant a willingness on our part to admit any number of qualified black students for whom financial arrangements could be made. So the term 200 was used and was adopted in the negotiations. However, it was never really seriously supposed, I think, by anyone that that number of new black students could be brought in this fall. And as we now look at our achievements during the summer, I think we are not disposed either to boast or to make apology for the results.
I think our major problem is in the education, if you want to put it that way, of those individuals with whom we must work most closely. This includes hospitals, physicians, medical society, funeral directors, the medical school, the law enforcement agencies, public health activities, and so on. And we're conducting a gradual but constantly accelerating program of education among these several groups.
We live in a product-centered society, and as a society we have a lot of problems. Rather than looking at products of kids, we're suggesting that people look at the person of the child, that we get to products through his person. We go through him as an individual to get to the products. Now, that's not the way it's done today in America. We go to the product. If we get to the child, we're kind of lucky. For example, a child has a spelling test, 26 words, 26 words correct out of 26. We say, great, Johnny, that's just fine. That's wonderful. We give him a gold star. We go directly from the evaluator, the teacher, the parent, to the product, rather than going to the child, focusing on his feelings about what he produced or what he failed to produce, what his ideas are about what he produced or failed to produce. And so this turns out where children then have to produce well to feel good about themselves, to feel safe. And children just don't produce good products all the time.
We've been saying it so long now that it's practically an American proverb that cops and school teachers are underpaid. The teachers finally got fed up with good intentions and rhetoric and walked out, vowing not to return until they got pay and prestige commensurate with the demands and responsibilities which are placed on them by society. To a degree, it worked. Well, federal law says police can't strike, and if it meant leaving the city unprotected, most of them wouldn't anyway. But they do recognize that something has to be done. Here in Fort Worth, yesterday morning and again late last night, Fort Worth police and detectives met to try to decide what to do. At the heart of the issue, of course, are such issues as experience and longevity pay, working conditions, schedules, and the like. But at the heart of it, of course, is money. They're not being paid enough, they feel, and in fact, most Americans agree with that philosophy. Now they're having to meet, short of a union and strikes, they've got to try to find something to do about it. Jerry Taft, Channel 8 News, Fort Worth.